Welcome to another episode of What's Brewing, and today we are going to talk about a highly discussed and potentially controversial topic on the cafe menu, and that is milk coffees. In today's head-to-head, we have cappuccino, cafe latte, and flat white. Let's start off with cappuccinos. The term cappuccino came from Capuchins, an order of monks whose brown robes inspired the naming of this beverage. Traditionally, cappuccinos are prepared with 1 part espresso, 1 part steamed milk, and 1 part milk foam. However, most cafes nowadays serve a higher espresso to milk ratio. Cappuccinos are perhaps most well known as milk coffees with a thicker foam. Flat white, on the other hand, is a more modern invention originating from the Australia-New Zealand region only a few decades ago. As the name flat implies, flat whites are probably known as the coffees with a thin layer of foam on the surface. As such, with cappuccinos on the thicker side of foam and flat whites on the thinner side of foam, when we consider cafe lattes, the foam level usually sits somewhere in the middle of this spectrum. Some cafes attempt to differentiate these beverages by serving them in different cups. For instance, cafe lattes could be served in glass cups in some places, unlike flat whites and cappuccinos which may be served in a ceramic cup. But is there a right or wrong way to serve these beverages? I don't think so. Just like how I believe there is no single cup volume to define the way these beverages are being served, because that would unfairly imply that 90% of cafes are serving them the wrong way. As a barista and cafe owner myself, I am honestly more concerned about customers' drinking experience because I think that is the right way to go. People spend a lot of time debating the differences between flat white, latte, and cappuccino. And while it is true that there are elements that set these three beverages apart from one another, they are actually more similar than they are different. Fundamentally, these recipes contain the same ingredients. Secondly, the method to froth milk is also largely similar. Maybe for a cappuccino, we will start off with a little bit less milk and inject a little bit more air, whereas for flat white, we inject much less air compared to a cappuccino. But the method of milk frothing remains largely similar. In fact, I would even go as far as saying that if you are a regular cappuccino drinker and I presented you with a well-prepared cafe latte or flat white, you would still find the texture and taste of this beverage generally acceptable, more so than if I presented you with a caramel macchiato or a long black instead. We observe that some cafes are adopting a single term white on their coffee menu, and I think we can expect more and more cafes to be doing the same. In addition to this point, many specialty cafes serve up seasonal beans from around the world with varying tasting profiles, which requires different espresso to milk ratio to hit the sweet spot. Thank you for watching another episode of What's Brewing. Let us know in the comment section below if you order a flat white, latte or cappuccino in a cafe. And if you're a black coffee lover, don't forget to check out our other video on long black versus Americano. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, keep brewing.